Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody, welcome to our show, TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee.
And also Violet, our moderator, who is
Yay!
back. Thank you for being back, moderator.
Yay! What a day. Whew.
Hi, everybody.
We got some much-needed landscaping done. We went into doing that with our neighbor who was getting his done. And so we had workers out all day making noise, making the cats crazy.
Split the cost, though. It was a nice job.
It was a great job.
Except
they found something. And they had them in a little bucket. There were 6 baby bunnies. 6 of them. And they had them with some of the nesting stuff, but in this bucket. And they were like, well, we could move them over. And they were pointing a ways away. And I'm like, their mom will never find them there, you know?
Because they were all alive.
And because we had all this mulch and stuff laid down, we couldn't exactly dig a nest back for them again. But we did have what was left of the nest. And we kind of put it back in that area, and we're just hoping Mommy Bunny comes tonight and retrieves and finds a new nesting site for her babies.
It was the best advice that we had. We looked online, we talked to, well, we called the animal control places that weren't really answering, but it's the best advice, basically. Try to not touch them, try to, put them back where they belong. And at night, Mom's not going to come until it's dark because that's bunnies. And we always see a bunny out there, too.
Well, now, of course, we don't know how those guys handled them. If they used their hands, that's kind of worrisome to me because you shouldn't handle them. We used gloves. But we just got to hope for the best and see what happens.
I mean, there's 2 hours right now where we can't really do anything.
Yeah. And so basically, I did want to remind people, though, who follow us. Oh, gosh.
Come on.
Hey, who follow us on Twitter. I don't know why this is happening.
What are you trying to do?
Now I know why. Okay. I know why. I don't. But anyway, those of you who follow us on Twitter may remember, maybe, I post a lot of pictures from the home front. But back in July, we had a bunny out front there in the crosswalk. And I can bet you that was Mama Bunny. That's Mama Bunny.
Oh, jealous of the bunnies? Sorry.
Show that picture.
Well, if I can.
Hold that up and then you can. Come on over here,
You don't ask for much, do you?
Well, if you change frames. There's Mama Bunny on the walkway. And that's what our walkway looked like before and why we had to have it all redone. So...
But a number of days when I come back from work after 9 and it's dark already, I will see a rabbit in the area. Sometimes it's in that little walking up to our doors, or sometimes it's on our driveways. So I think that's probably the mom.
But it was on the neighbor's side. So we had to talk to the neighbor about it and tell him what we needed to do. He's all in. So that was good. He was shocked to hear where they found him. It was pretty close to their front door, but where there's he has one of those racks that has a hose on it. And it was just right by the side of his house.
So nobody's going to turn any lights on there. We're going to let it get dark. And, like I said, I see the bunny walking around this way at night. So we're keeping our fingers crossed, hoping she'll find her little babies.
We hope so. We love the little animals around here. Anyway, that was our exciting day.
Oh, I had my performance evaluation.
Oh, Mr. O had a double exciting day.
I guess.
Anyway, maybe the bunnies will be lucky for me and bring me bundles of cash in the lottery tonight.
Well, let's get started, eh?
Yeah.
We got all these folks waiting for us.
All right. So basically, we're using I'm using the same cards as last week. Mr. O posted them, and I thought again for the card for the collective, I'd use the new Star Trek Tarot and Guidebook. And I also like that it has this on the side here. I'll see if I can get it in there. Make it so. Always like that. Make it so. Engage. That too. All right.
Yeah, we even see a fox around here once in a while. I haven't seen one in a while.
Oh,
been a
it's
couple
been
years.
years since I saw one, but I think I saw one actually in some other area not far from us, driving one day, running in a field. But I ran across one crossing the road or walking along the road when I was driving by once. You saw one once, I think, in the evening with Brandon.
Yeah, it was on the road.
Yeah. We have all kinds of stuff here. We do. We have a lot of water birds, too. There are hawks and supposedly eagles in the area. I may have seen an eagle by the freeway once, but it was a long time ago. All right, Mr. O, shuffle and cut for me. And these can be read upside or reverse, so I'm going to just see what comes up. We'll cut them and do it that way. Well, hello, Mr. Sun. No, you didn't get to play with the bunnies. No.
They get a little animated when they see the bunnies in the back or
sorry.
the squirrels. That little jittery look in their face.
Oh, she wants to know if you saw the Golden Art Nouveau tarot.
I think you did show me
I
that.
did.
I like it better than maybe the regular rider. It was sort of like a rider, right?
Yeah. Shiny, sparkly.
I think I like the line quality, though, of it more as a Nouveau kind of style.
Well, I think, oops, grab two. Oh, my. Look what we've got.
It's
the tower, and it was upright. And look who's on the tower. Hugh of Borg.
Oh, it is Hugh.
Yep.
Okay.
The tower represents chaos and conflict. And upright it means like the new... Well, let's read the part on top. The tower represents chaos and conflict, a crumbling monument doomed to fall. When Hugh of Borg is brought aboard the Enterprise, he believes that the Borg Collective is the perfect way to exist, and that every being in the universe wants to be assimilated into it. But exposure to the independent minds of the crew and separation from the collective combine to shatter that worldview, leaving him lost and confused. So upright it means, like the newly individual Hugh, you find yourself in a disordered state. A great chaos has entered your life, leading to conflict. Your journey is being disrupted, and something you once thought to be so solid is crumbling around you. What do you need to do to find your path again?
Excuse me.
What do you need to do to find your path again? There is a way. And with the tower upright at least, it indicates that though there may be some fallout, you will learn from this experience and you will grow, hopefully never to repeat it again.
Well, the tower for the collective sort of means that in the wake of chaos and possibly destructive things, some kernels of knowledge or lessons may be learned. Hugh sort of regained a part of his humanity that he had sort of given up to the collective. So that's maybe a metaphor too, is we should not give ourselves wholly over to any particular device that says, I can save you. You know, it's kind of like the Tower of Babel again.
Right. So that's what we have for the collective. You know, just one of those things we all have to go through in life.
Violet, I think you're gaining on us with the cards.
No, I don't know. I've been bad. And a deck is coming next week early. It's one of my Llewellyn back orders. Excuse me. And it's called the Trick or Treat Tarot. I'm really excited about getting that one. All right.
Okay, so I believe Estelle is first, and I think they actually wrote a question, or they might have. Let's see.
By the way, I have a couple other oracles here if anybody wants an oracle pull. I have the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle and my Water Temple Oracle.
No, Estelle didn't write their question yet, so they can do that now. There it is.
Okay, I thought they
Just
did.
now they wrote it. Okay. Do you want to use your deck, or should I use mine?
Use yours.
It's a big question to
What was
ask.
the question again? Oh, there it is. I see.
So I'm going to use my Tarot of Transition. It's once again another Egyptian themed deck.
Pisces and Gemini.
That's the back of them. Scarab. Hi, Wadistan. I don't believe we've seen you in a little while. Welcome.
I don't recall that name.
Well, something like it, maybe.
Okay. But welcome to the show. We've got a list and we've got you on it. That's all
No,
right.
that's fine.
all
Don't
right.
worry. No worries.
So we'll add you to the list, and Violet Lotus is the keeper of the list, so she'll be posting it from time to time.
Angola, okay. Right, when it's your turn, we call for you, and you can either write your question or you can write it in advance, and we may be able to take note of that.
All right.
Okay, so Asal asks about the Pisces and the Gemini, Azamat and Idana. What do they feel and think for each other? Okay, so our first card is the reversed Two of Wands, Two of Staves, followed by an Eight of Swords, which is upright. Must be on your end. We have a perfect connection. And then the upright Ten of Pentacles or Coins, Kephara, it's called.
I also heard there's some solar flares hitting Earth. I don't know if they've hit already, but they've been talking about that, and it might just cause minor disruptions, they said. So we got the Two of Wands reversed. We got the Eight of Swords is the Yonks.
Yes, Eight of Swords.
Okay, and then the Ten of Pentacles. Coins, got it. Okay. Well, so okay, so what does that person think of the?
I guess it's of each other.
Think about Adana. Okay, Azamat feels that they feel. I don't know if they're feeling this about. This is really interesting to me because I don't know if they're feeling this about Azamat or if this is how they feel about themselves around Azamat. But when, of course, I see that Eight of Swords, I think of somebody who is shy or somebody who's reserved and maybe lacking confidence to approach another. So is that Azamat, perhaps, an ability to approach, the other person? Or is it them? Is it actually Idana? Maybe they feel that Idana's playing hard to get or playing, is just too shy and not open about things. And I feel here it's kind of making Azamat feel, either way, it's kind of making Azamat feel like they don't know what their next move should be. I think that they're just concerned about what their next move should be. To me, though, clearly they may have, somebody here has intentions. Azamat may have intentions of family.
Is there something that connects them? Are they possibly distantly related cousins, or are they somehow, there's a connection maybe? I'm just throwing that out there as a thought. I don't know that I see this specifically. but I get the feeling that it's a little bit of a balancing act. Their feelings, his feelings for, or I should say the Pisces feelings for the Gemini's feelings. There's a perception, I think, that maybe they're overly restraining themselves in view of getting to know them better. And that's what they think the Gemini, Dana, is maybe restrains herself or doesn't feel free to, relate in a certain way to Azamat, is what I'm wondering. But the Ten of Coins maybe suggests that there's more of an idea about something that would solidify their relationship, or that their relationship might solidify their families. So there could be situations
there
like
could be
that
a
going on.
connection with families
Yeah.
in some way. I wonder about that too. Other than what I've already said, it just seems like Azamat's not sure how to proceed, and it's either because they themselves just don't know how to approach the other, or vice versa. They feel the other person is acting shy towards them. So let's pull the Lenormand and see what else we can get there. Oh, wow. Confirmation. So what do you think that means?
Okay, so the first one is the crossroads, and these don't show well here because of this camera's...
We sure brought that sand thing back. I might have been able to stand on that. That's okay.
Well, no, because it's really not in the view at all.
Oh,
See?
gotcha.
So crossroads, and then followed by the child. So I'll have to put it there.
We're going to use the tiles. We have to think about this. Okay.
Yeah, it's something I have to do differently with the camera.
Okay. All right, but anyway, crossroads and the child to me indicate that I think that if things are to develop at all in any direction, positive direction, there's going to be slow moves forward. Somebody is very slow in making a decision or deciding what it is they want to do, which goes back to that
There's
card.
really a strong feeling maybe of fate, or standing at the crossroads of fate. And so for the one, Pisces, I think they feel that they really are at this time of opportunity, but chance or challenge. And so they do probably overall feel they're just proceeding maybe a little bit cautiously towards them.
Yep, and there's that too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I think, there's a lot of hesitation here. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. There's just a lot of uncertainty, though, right now as to what the next move is going to be. But I don't see anything that's saying, oh, it's awful, or, oh, they don't think well of each other. I think it's the opposite, that maybe they think well of each other, but somebody's worried about what the next step should be. And that's what we have for you today, Asel.
All right.
All right. I'm going to grab those. Sorry, Sonny. All right.
You're welcome, Estelle.
Angel Mary is up.
Angel Mary. And that'll be your deck.
Hey, you're welcome, Asel. I'll wait for the question to decide which one. Oh, and okay, we didn't spin for Asel because Asel won a free reading, but Angel Mary is up, and we could spin for Angel Mary.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one is going to be a general Lenormand reading, though, or it could be for a specific question. But we'll be using the Lenormand cards for this reading. If you win it, it's got to land on the Wheel of Fortune. And nope, it's the moon. So, better luck next time. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Oh, well, Violet, we'll try to hang in there and do that. Looks like I spun it on my turn with the cards, so it's whoever's doing the cards, it's their turn to spin the wheel.
Now, Violet, it really should be something we should remember.
Technically.
But we do appreciate you trying to remind us. We can
oh
be
my
better
gosh, the brain cells.
if we try, maybe.
Of course, if we forget whose turn it is with the cards, then there's a problem.
Well, and we have two minds about that. I don't think it's that crucial that it has to be this tit for tat thing.
It does. It crosses the streams, as the Ghostbusters would say.
Oh,
And Sonny, oh,
It's
there you
in
are.
our
Never
way.
mind, Sonny. I thought you were laying on my pen, but you are not. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I block you? Did I block the flow?
what could I say? 3 brains better than 2. We keep trying. But between the 3 of us, it's probably 1.5, and you have 1.
Well, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We have the Seven of Pentacles upright. And then we have the Knight of Swords reversed. That's very interesting to me. So why aren't you attracting men like you used to? Well, there may be a story here. Are you like, okay, well, I don't know, it's the Seven of Pentacles that I keep thinking that's key somehow. That's the Queen of Pentacles, and I was kind of picking on these two together here to say that maybe some men are just being too hypercritical. They're being too hypercritical on what they expect out of a partner or somebody they want to date, and you should worry more about you and not what they are thinking and why they're not attracting. You should worry about you and taking care of yourself better and putting your best self forward for this. Now, I'll have to think a little bit about the Seven of Pentacles and where I want to go with that. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I think the Queen of Pentacles, in the context of the question, maybe suggests that people don't see dating potential with you because they maybe don't see ultimate mating potential with you. They may think that you might be a person who would be interesting for dating, but they may not be seeing something for mating there, and that could be because they're thinking they want younger women than yourself perhaps for actual mating things. You know, it's a family thing. And so in other words, there's sort of, maybe men are looking at you with a limited view about your role as woman and womanly and what they desire out of a marriage, which may be more about financial standing and things like that. And of course,
Status, is that what you're saying?
Right, it could be status. And of course, Pentacles talks to the idea of finances and status.
Well, I had a thought. Can I insert
Go
it?
right
or did
ahead.
you- Well, I was wondering here, now that I'm looking at these two together, if some men are thinking you're more ambition oriented than, dating oriented right now, that you're more interested in career or education or something like
I
that.
see that possibility, and maybe that's coming more from that Seven of
Yes.
Pentacles in combination, because the Queen sort of has that sense about it. So the Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Swords there may be indicating that in general, because of these things, or in addition to these things, that men maybe feel that you're overly aggressive or needlessly aggressive in certain ways, and so maybe they're, and I don't know your part of the world that well, but I would think that maybe some parts of the world culturally, there are certain things that are more regulated in the dating scene, and that maybe women are supposed to be more modest and men are not necessarily held to those kind of standards. And so if you are more autonomous, speak for yourself, do for yourself person, that could be construed as overly aggressive too, even if that isn't the real, you in a way.
Let's do the Lenormand on that.
Yeah, I think that's true too, Violet.
Three heads better than one. Our brains.
Well, that's always true. But once again, I still think that she has a whole brain and we're sharing the less than 0.5 that might be there.
No, I picked a repeat.
No.
But you have to guess which one.
What does it mean? The child and the clover.
Well, I don't know, Angel Mary. I almost think this is a message for you, is that, you know what? It may seem like things are going slow now, but actually, whether you want to believe it or not, in the dating environment, it's really to your advantage. Maybe it's possible that you need to focus on other things right now. Maybe, the universe is trying to tell you that you should be using this time on other things, and that in time, I believe that there will be some luck and some synchronicity that will start to bring, the dating scene back again. But it just might be to do with timing. The timing is a little slow. It's just slow right now. And so I do feel too, since I like to think of the clover sort of like the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot, that this is a transitionary thing. It won't be like this forever. It's just like this now.
I'm looking at the child and the clover, and I'm wondering if this is just saying that luck comes to you maybe in a sense of innocence of childhood, i.e. only when you really need it, not because you're willing or trying to manifest it now, but it sort of comes as like fate in a way, which is clover too, but coming to you from that awareness of a child's innocence. So in other words, I think that luck in dating or luck in how men look at you transcends or changes because maybe, and of course this is another thing too, is maybe they just need to see a little bit of that sense of innocence that I'm talking about too.
We'll rule that out. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Angel Mary. All right.
All right. Thank you, Angel Mary.
Hey, Violet Ann, you got in early today. You are up.
Woohoo. So therefore, it's only about midnight for you? You're welcome, Angel Mary. Good luck. Hey, Sunman. Hi there.
Good luck with that. Thank you.
Come on, you can come.
Sunny Sun. Aw.
I want you. Come here.
He has this really adorable and sometimes annoying habit lately. When I'm sitting on the couch in the front room, he will come up on the couch and he'll just put his two paws and stand on my leg, sort of with two paws, and like hug me now. And I have to give him a little hug and a little pat. And like he does this every day, sometimes multiple times during the day. So I can't believe it. Mr. O is going to check on the bunnies.
I'm just looking at them. They're wriggling around a little bit.
They were earlier, Mr. O.
I know,
They're
but
babies.
before that lady came up, they were just all kind of
Well,
chilling.
maybe they know Mommy should be coming back soon.
Maybe that evil lady disturbed them.
Anyway.
A former board member. What's coming towards you? Okay, so it's my deck, right?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to use the Dame Fortune's Wheel Tarot.
Oh, yeah. Mr. O, spin the wheel.
Oh, of course. Cross your fingers, Violet Ann. Not this time.
It's a star.
You
You
are a star.
are a star.
I do too, because I'm just so worried about them. I don't know what I'm going to do if they're all there in the morning.
Well, we'll just have to see. Hey, Kara.
Hi, Kara. Violet Ann.
Kara got her free reading from us.
That's right.
Yay!
Oh, wait, why did I do that? You're supposed to shuffle.
Oh,
Don't forget to watch my show tomorrow morning on the Emotional Exchanges, Fridays at 7. I'll turn 3 cards for the air, fire, water, and earth signs, and then 1 additional word of the week for each sign of the zodiac tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on our YouTube channel.
well, we are glad to hear that, Kara.
Yeah, it was fun to do, and I'm glad that you appreciated it.
Did you miss our story about bunnies? Or did I tell you about it? I think I might have mentioned it to Mama T. I was DMing Mama T today. No, there's no need, Violet. You've got an open ticket with us. As you know.
Hello, Sunman. Hello.
Well, anyway, he does this multiple times during the day now, so I don't know what it is, but he's just got to do it. And he never did that before, put his paws on me like that to get my attention.
Okay, you have the reversed 10 of Wands, which is nice. And then you have the King of Cups. Also nice.
Sonny is here, and he did not get to interact with baby bunnies, no.
And then you have the Six of Swords. So let's start at the top. The Ten of Wands reversed indicates that there are things that are changing and you are shifting away some obligations. So it may be likely that some things have kind of cleared up in a certain kind of way. Maybe you will be engaged in work, or maybe you will be engaged in situations that will just kind of pull you away from other things, but you are lifting some responsibilities or things like that. It could be because of a connection with somebody that's maybe that King of Cups kind of person, a kind, helpful, benevolent, or beneficent person. I don't see this as romance or necessarily even as a friend you know now, though that's possible. I just sort of see this as somebody that maybe you find who's able to and does those kind of things, helps people. Gee, I wish that were really true, though, eh? Anyway, then there's the Six of Swords, which is upright.
This is really a nice reading.
It's
really.
kind of nice, yeah. And it maybe is because of these combined efforts, finding ways to release burdens, or because of somebody's help, you're moving away from some troubled waters. You're moving towards something that maybe you don't totally see or understand, but you have this behind you, the sense of, you know, somebody being a benefactor and the sense of being able to get rid of some stuff that's baggage or other burdens.
Wow. Not a lot to add to that, but I would say that, yes, burdens, you're going to feel this week a lot lighter in some way, whether it's physical load, whether it's spiritual or mental burdens that are hanging heavy on you. It seems like they are going to ease. And you know, you're going to be you're going to be feeling like you're moving into a far better situation, a better place, whether it's mentally, physically, spiritually. And yeah, you know, I don't know if this is an external person, like, for example, like he said, it could be, I'm not going to say it's not somebody you know. Maybe it's somebody you've been working with or know already, that can benefit you in some way, that is there for you, you know, that is willing to listen to you, offer advice, maybe work with you in some way. You know, they are very generous, but they're not like the King of Pentacles, for example, in that regard, but, they are maybe somebody who can point you in the direction of either getting loans or, money if that's an issue. I feel like they are helpers. But also, maybe this is you. Maybe this is you, Violet. And
bingo.
Right.
Because I was going to say, it could be part of you, too.
It was one of my first thoughts, because I'm thinking you are a person who can help others alleviate some of the stress that they're feeling and the burdens and take them to a better place, like we tarot readers in best case scenario can do.
So either this is coming to you or you are being involved in this situation.
Yeah. So, it's really, really a nice reading either way. Mm-hmm. You could just find yourself feeling you're in a much better place.
All right, so let's grab our Lenormand then. Crispy duck.
Uh-oh. Wow.
First there was the cross, and then there was the mice.
So, wow. I don't know why those came up together, other than, I'm thinking that maybe some of the burdens that are easing for you have to do with more mental, emotional distress and stress. So it's like I said, you could be doing that for others and bringing them to a better place. Or, somebody is helping you through some crisis issues now.
Right. Well, mice are things that are irritating, but the cross
is health too.
Right. Cross is about endings, right? Or things being...
No, cross is about grief and sorrows and things like that. And so I think here that maybe I'm just looking at the positive trajectory of this here and then getting these cards and what does it mean. And I really feel the positive outweighs the negative. So what I feel here is this situation is alleviating maybe some long-term or long-standing crises or griefs you might have been experiencing.
So they tie in mostly with that first card, the releasing of those burdens or struggles there. Yes.
Also this one,
and to some degree that one, yes.
You are heading towards a better place.
Okay,
now.
I can see that.
But also don't forget the helper person there.
There you go.
And that's what we have for you. I hope some of that's resonated.
All right, Violet Ann.
Hey, Libra.
Hey,
gotcha. Hey. Morning, Anthony. Hey, we have an anchor with your name on it. No. Just...
and we have to roll the wheel. Is it your
just
turn
kidding.
or my turn?
It is my turn to roll the wheel.
Well, let's wait.
What? What are we waiting for?
Anthony. I don't see him yet.
He's probably busy typing his question.
Okay. You're welcome.
I'll just keep spinning it here till I see it. No?
Hi, Libra.
I already said hi.
I know you did, but
Okay.
she said hi again.
Oh,
so there.
okay. Maybe she's saying it to Violet or someone else.
Who knows?
Stand by!
Stand by for bickering.
All right, Anthony. Calling you again.
Is that this one? No.
All right, I am going to spin it anyway for Anthony. Well, and he must be hung up somewhere because it looks like I've got the Hanged Man.
We thought you were hanging around.
2, 1. Let's move on and we'll get Anthony later if they're still here.
Tidal wave is next.
Tidal wave. Welcome back. You got a question for us today?
What is next for me in romance, please?
Okay. Hey, no problem.
You're welcome.
No, wait a minute.
No, this was my last
My
time.
deck.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate that.
I got
This
it.
is our fun little tribe here.
What a day.
Yeah, we have it. Thanks. Got to do some more work with the lighting. I'm not happy with some of the lighting lately. I don't know if it's because of the new camera, so I have to work on that. Mr. Monster Hunter is coming by this weekend.
Our son.
To help us, right? Everyone knows he's our original producer and consultant.
Oh, well, you're right. I got to spin for title too. I had spun for Anthony.
Okay,
You're right.
You want me to do that one?
No, because it'll get us off kilter. Here you
Spin
go.
the wheel. Now even Sally's telling us what to do. Oh my goodness.
It's the world. Nope, we're looking for the Wheel of Fortune. So better luck next time, title. But we're giving away free readings to the end of the month. And it's not happening very often for some reason, this Wheel of Fortune. Like I said, I think the last week we'll be upping the ante a little bit. And that we'll maybe put another spot or two on the wheel where people could win if they land on it.
Okay, what is next for you in romance?
Well, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We have Temperance upright.
Temperance.
We have the Seven of Swords upright. And we have the Hermit reversed. Well, I don't know, but I got the feeling that in order for something to be up with romance, you are going to be getting out and about more. You're going to be socializing more, I feel here. I feel that that might be the way to open doors again for you romantically. I don't know if you're attached now or not. If you are attached and you're just wondering what's happening with a partner, I would say that, get out more, do things together more. But what the case may be here is that Temperance, too, is calling for balance and making sure that, I think what it's saying is that there's going to be a nice balance of activities going on. It just seems as though it's not going to be all fun and games or all romance. I feel that there's just going to be a balance in your work-life, social sphere.
I feel that it's also possible that temperance pertains more to your question in the current climate. And I'm just going to say this because I don't know you, so I'm just going to make a guess here, or it's an intuitive leap.
They're single.
But I do feel like maybe normally when you are in the mood to be romantic or when you are thinking of yourself as a person engaging, you normally are not necessarily as aggressive or forceful or the flirtatious one. So you may be more, the demure one. I don't know if people still use terms like that, but I feel like this is changing.
Might be
reserved, better. Okay. But I feel this is changing, and I also feel too like maybe there is another aspect to you that is not so demure or reserved on the inside, that's a little bit more clever-minded and a little bit more thinking about ways to do things in your own way, and sometimes it involves maybe doing things under the radar. So maybe that goes in with the ideas that this may be more of an appearance reserved nature, and that maybe there is a little bit of an edge there under the surface of how you want to not necessarily be known. What was this last one?
Oh,
the Hermit reverse.
Yes, the Hermit reverse.
And so
get out there.
Either of those sort of play into that, because it really is about that idea, I think, too. And that maybe this is saying, too, that if overall you have been relying on cleverly trying to figure things out on a certain mental level, maybe that doesn't work for you. It's really more about experiencing it, physically yourself, the idea of dating or being around people.
Strategizing to maintain balance, I think this is also a card of strategy in a way.
Yes, it
and
is.
so, you don't want to do anything that's going to just be too extreme. I feel with temperance here. Temperance is saying, there may be actually in the romance department, maybe you will be coming across somebody who will have the characteristics of temperance in that they're a very well balanced, grounded individual, but you're just going to have to get out there, I feel. I feel like this is a card of socializing and going to places where you will attract the kind of person who, you will feel balanced and good around and less stressed around.
Well, if you do see yourself as more like temperance, then maybe the Seven of Swords is your opposite in a way that is maybe somewhat attractive to you, or vice versa. Maybe if you're more that Seven of Swords person, sort of under the radar, maybe that calmer, demure personality is what is attractive to you.
So at this point, other than possibly attracting somebody who's kind of balanced and I think stable, I don't really know that anything is coming towards you right now, but it's talking about you getting out there, putting yourself out there now.
Yeah. Right. There's nothing here that definitively says you're going to have a date next week or in a couple of weeks, but there's nothing that doesn't say that either. And so the Lenormand may give us a little more information.
Oh.
So the first Lenormand was the tree, and that was followed by the fox. We were talking about foxes earlier, right, Gina and others?
Yeah, and the fox.
The foxy fox on the run.
The fox in a romantic reading can indicate, a sensual lady or a sexy person. It could indicate somebody you're highly attracted to. Or if it's talking about you, it's, talking about you being highly attractive. I feel that, I don't know why, when I'm seeing it with the tree here, I do feel like something is going to come to you. It may not happen right away, but it is something that may grow stronger in time. Maybe it's by chance. I don't know. If it's not somebody you already know, that could just develop into something deeper. It's somebody that you meet, and it's not going to be apparent right away, but there's going to be an attraction that grows.
I felt that way before you said it, too. I felt that the tree sort of said that it's a strong growth, but it may not manifest, it may not bloom immediately. So in other words, what it feels like is this person that you will find attractive and will find you attractive, and maybe fits some of the other qualities we're talking about, will grow with you one way or the other. I can't really put a timeline on this.
The reason I'm also saying that is because, just think about a tree. They don't grow overnight.
That's true.
So they do. I'm not going to say it's taken years now, but I'm just saying it may take a little time before it actually develops into something meaningful. But something tells me if you put yourself out there, and you play your cards right, that's that Seven of Swords there, things, should work out for you.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. Hey, Lena. And you will spin the wheel for Lena.
Hi, Divine Universe.
Hey, Divine. All right.
You're welcome, Tidal Wave.
There it is.
All right, so I will spin for
Hey,
Lena.
you are
Lena wrote a
welcome,
question,
Tidal
didn't
Wave.
they? What's that?
I said he was welcome, Tidal Wave.
Yes.
Or you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying you're spinning the wheel for Lena.
I know. I was just looking to see if Lena left the question or not.
Hmm.
Sometimes they do. Well, I'll roll that for Lena then.
Love and hugs to you, Divine.
Thank you. We're doing pretty good. All right, Lena.
It's the Empress.
Okay.
Which is a positive card, but unfortunately you did not win a reading today.
All right.
A general. She already posted
Okay,
that.
thank you, General. I
Thanks,
thought she did.
Violet.
I didn't remember, though. I'm going to use my Tarot of the Ancestral Path.
Oh, I see it up there, Violet. Sorry I missed that. Hey, Angel Rivera, we will always squeeze you
Angel.
in. It's been a crazy day of bunnies and landscaping around here. We're hoping Mama Bunny comes and retrieves her babies.
We are... She's there.
You're kidding.
The mama rabbit's
The
there.
Mama Rabbit's back! Yay!
She's just sort of standing at attention. She looks nervous.
Well, don't
'cause
go
it's
anywhere
daylight.
near there. Keep
Yeah.
away.
I won't go anywhere near there.
I should.
I guess she's guarding them.
Yeah, she might be guarding them. I bet when it's dark, she will move them. I hope.
Sure hope so.
The landscapers that came to do work around there, ours and our adjoining condo, for those who came late, dug up some baby bunnies in a nest. And so we kind of tried to put them back there and recreate the nest without
She's
digging a hole because we
beautiful.
couldn't.
She's so beautiful.
I know. Oh, what to stop. I know. I think she's the one I took that picture of out of my bathroom window that I sent in July. So, but we were all shocked, and our neighbor, whose house it was by, which was right next to us, literally our
I'm
front door.
crying.
Oh, don't cry for the bunnies. She's there. You should be happy. Be happy she's there. Okay.
Okay, general reading for Lena.
Let's all send energy to Mama Bunny and tell her it is okay. Take your bunnies to a safe place.
So there's the Hierophant.
6 baby bunnies.
Upright, yeah, 6 of them. And then there's the reversed 7 of Pentacles. And the reversed 4 of Wands. All right.
A general, right? So, let's see that one again.
The Hierophant?
The Hierophant upright.
The 7
Okay.
of Pentacles reversed.
That's interesting. And the 4 of staves, which is
Wands.
Wands. Okay, it's not bad at all, Lena. But I think here there is a call for you to do things now in a very orderly fashion. You know, whatever you're working on, whatever you're working towards, make sure like you're following standards or certain orderly, systematic way of doing things. I'm combining these two together here. It's time to get to work on something in your life. Whether it's, better finances, whether it's some kind of move, whether it's some kind of career move, it's time to try to establish some order. Maybe this is even in your house, rearranging furniture, etc. The 4 of Wands there reversed is also saying that, this is just a time to tend to the minor details. Look at the finer print. Look at the details of things that you are working on. And, and enjoy also, some of the simpler things in life right now. All work, even though this is saying get back to work, all work and no play is not a good life either.
As a general reading, it looks like something wants to head you towards a foundation, towards creating something that is enduring and maybe brings some accomplishment to you. It may involve a community or your family, something like that. So the Hierophant is saying, yes, you need to do this transition or work towards this in an orderly fashion. And with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, I think it's really saying like maybe this is a matter you haven't really always understood or you haven't really wanted to get involved in, but now is really the time, maybe if you know what this is about, time for you to work on this. It may be really very strongly related to your family or the foundation of your life in certain ways.
I like that about the foundation, and I so many times I bring that up with the Four of Wands, and I didn't in this reading. But yes, he's absolutely right. You want to make sure that, whatever you are doing here in an orderly fashion, and the reason you need to do things, I should say, in an orderly fashion and do the work the right way is because you want to make sure that foundation is established and secure.
Yes, Violet, it's good to do that. Close the list. I think so.
Yeah, you can close the list now.
We'll have a little reservation, like if Anthony shows up again.
Yeah, if Anthony comes back, definitely we'll do him.
Lenormand?
Yes, Lenormand.
And yes, okay, Gina. Glad you stuck in there. Sorry I'm crying about the bunnies.
The transitional tarot?
I think she means the tarot transition.
Oh, yes. Okay, got it.
That's a nice choice.
Oh.
Yeah, so between what we're both saying, it's like, yeah, there's time to get moving on a new project. The stork is new things, followed by the garden. And I think in this context, the garden is kind of like that Four of Wands.
Are you working on a garden by chance? Or
you're doing something for the family, something that maybe is a place for them to be at, whether it's, improving your home or improving the home that the family belongs to. This may be what you'll find to be the focus for you, is kind of putting it together and doing that. It may be something that really will be helpful to people and will stabilize, people in the family.
Well, storks are often about, or I should say, the storks are often about changes of residence. And so, it could just be talking about changes in your home, like we were talking about up here, possibly, and doing that. And the garden can indicate to me just making it a friendly atmosphere, a social atmosphere where people feel welcome, and even where you feel that sense of comfort as well. So I think that's basically kind of reinforcing what I said there a little bit, and
it does,
what you did too. Yeah. So.
Yeah, to me, the garden reinforces the Four of Wands as the idea of your home or some structure of your family.
The gardens are often about social gatherings too.
That's true too, right? Which is what the Four of Wands is about.
And that's what we have for you, Lena. Good luck with that.
All right.
And Gina wanted the whatever tarot.
The tarot transition.
I've
brought it out a few times before.
Tarot of transition.
And it is a nice deck because it has those good size of cards to hold and shuffle. It's very handleable.
No, 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Not you. What the hell? What the heck?
I have a couple of decks like this one where they actually have a unique reading made for the deck. And
we didn't spin the winner wheel for Gina because she won a reading too.
That's right.
So we'll be doing that for you later, Gina.
I knew that, except I forgot. Here you go. Mister was very thirsty tonight.
I should be. I really didn't drink water enough today.
It's probably good timing for Mama Bunny out there because It will start getting dark in the next half hour. It'll be twilightish, and then it'll get darker and darker.
All right.
Later, Gator.
Well, it was a great song you picked for today, Gina. Yours is
yeah.
No Disgrace.
Love it. All right, your first card. Whoops. Is death, transformation. And of course, in Egyptian mythology, that's like the Ka up there, that little bird. He is the holder of the spirit. And then there's a reversed Three of Swords. Oh, that's nice. I like that. The reverse Three of Swords.
This is interesting.
And then the Five of Coins. That one's upright.
There's some, you're talking about three
Karma.
steps forward or backward and one step forward. I almost see that here because look at this. It looks as though some change or transformation is occurring and a healing is taking place, but there must still be a ways to go here because you feel as though you feel like something is still lacking, something is still incomplete, something is either not finished, or you feel kind of sidelined.
It may be of large consequence. It may be not. It may just be a certain reality that within you is always great capacity to change yourself and to heal yourself, or to even think that maybe what most recently has brought you some sense of sadness is what's healing. So it may be talking about things that, maybe you do share with others or not. It could be talking about a spiritual loneliness, but it could also be talking about more physical inabilities too.
Right. What I'm wondering here, and it just hit me as you were saying some of that, is I feel here a spiritual or emotional healing that's occurring, but it seems as though it's held back by possibly something more physical that is still not where it needs to be.
I think we'll have to do the Lenormand to get anything else.
Yeah, I want to see the Lenormand on this.
Kahlua.
I want some.
Boy, it's been a long time since I had Kahlua.
It's been a while.
Oh. Not you. So we have the lily, the tower, and then followed by the lily. Excuse me. Tower was first.
Well, this is odd. I'm not sure if this is going to really
Resonate?
Yeah. It is kind of an odd combination, but I could look at this two ways. I mean, I could look at this as saying, you might need a little bit more support a while longer, either, whether it's, from a doctor, from a healthcare practitioner, from a spiritual advisor, whatever the case may be here, you might just need a little bit more support. Or the other thing I'm thinking of is you might be able to find in solitude, you're being able to pull more of yourself together. You need just a little bit more downtime and alone time.
To me, I feel that tower is not a physical construct, but it's a mental or spiritual construct within you. It's the tower or the library in the tower that's within your soul. And maybe this is saying, really, you need to spend more time or as much time as you can with just trying to work on those things like you're talking about. The Tower of Power is changing. A lot of us are feeling that kind of thing in so many words.
To say the least. And remember, we drew the Tower for our card for the collective as well today here. And, you know, I can't not pay attention to that elephant in the room here. I mean, whenever death appears, it's pretty monumental. I mean, it means some big changes need to take effect or take place. And I really feel that maybe there is some transformation, but it's still got a ways to go. You're going to have to be a little bit more patient. You may have to give yourself a little bit more time and, you know, maybe just a little bit more downtime to get there.
I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but maybe some of this is also about forgetting or not dwelling on the things that won't advance you. That's sort of the Five of Coins, that maybe in healing yourself you may have taken on other sorrows that don't layer as well on you, that you can't really help. That's really what the Five of Coins is not being able to help everything. Right. And maybe this is saying is your advancement comes when you spend maybe more time addressing that idea that sometimes you just have to continue to elevate yourself, and you can't be a change agent for everything or everyone.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Gina. You are welcome.
God bless you.
And I think we're on Sally. Okay, because that was your deck, I have to spin the wheel.
Right. Hi, Sally. What's coming in for the next week? All right. We're spinning for you. Maybe you'll get a reading.
Is it on the star again?
It's on the star again.
And I really spun that a few times before I did it. Well, Sally, you're a star, but you're not a winner today. Sorry about that.
All right,
What's
thank
coming
you.
for you next week? All right. I've got my dragon deck.
So don't forget, we will be with Happy Hour on Saturday.
Yes.
Happy Hour, not limited to 1 hour. We may go a little bit over time because I don't
Mr.
have
O's
to go to
not
work.
working.
And remember, this is your one sure way to get a very positive message for the day. Fill yourself up with some good positivity. Think of it as a divine message, a message from the Spirit, whatever you want. 10 o'clock on our YouTube channel.
Always good vibes at Happy Hour.
Right, and Violet and Kara and Gina and everybody else makes it a wonderful time. Sonny helps when he's not crashed out.
Yay, Violet. We're so happy that
I
you
know.
can be at Happy Hour.
Well, considering last Saturday, you know, where we almost thought we weren't going to make it there because of the construction problem, but we did end up having a good time.
It's the King of Swords reversed.
King of Swords reversed.
The Eight of Wands reversed. Uh-oh.
The Eight of Wands reversed.
But the Queen of Wands is upright.
So I'm wondering if there's an important decision, possibly even a legal decision, and it just seems to have been taking, or you know it's going to be delayed, or it's going to be slowed down, and maybe you're wondering if, to some degree, your sense of confidence and control could make a difference there in some way, that maybe what you bring to this situation, a sense of confidence and assertiveness, and maybe a little bit haughty, really like, gosh, everybody, can't you just figure out I'm the one that should be doing this kind of thing. It's not like in a bad way. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Sally, but it's about really knowing, you know, sometimes you're the one that needs to pull up the big person pants and do what people need to do.
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to take that route, but I'm looking at the King of Swords and feeling similarly that not so much legal necessarily, but sometimes we make the wrong choice. Sometimes we make the wrong choice and we make things harder for ourselves. Or, maybe we make a bad decision and keep saying yes to everybody when sometimes we need to be firm and maybe put up a few boundaries and say no. It's sometimes hard to do when you're somebody that bright and energetic like the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands just wants to put herself out there and do everything and sparkle and shine. But the Eight of Wands here is saying, be wary that you're spreading yourself. You might next week spread yourself a bit thin, if you take on too much and you say yes to everything and you don't set some. I actually think the firm boundaries should be here. And people won't think less of you, for doing that. I feel like people find you very magnetic and positive generally. But sometimes, if we put ourselves in a bind and say yes to everything, we can get in trouble. So I almost feel like that's kind of what the energy might be in the week ahead for you.
So let's pull a Lenormand and see what happens. Thank you for loving Happy Hour, and we missed you a lot. We're glad you're feeling better. You had us worried a little bit. And of course we worry about ourselves then.
I've been hearing a lot of people on Twitter talking about their recent COVID experience, and it's not been good. People have been saying how it's awful, and it's a tough thing to do, and it's individual. Everybody goes through it differently, but it's hard on a lot of people.
Yeah, I'll have more to say in a minute. Aw. Maybe this will bring somebody back. Anchor and dog. Wow, they're nearly the same in this context, maybe. I think. Well,
maybe. Yeah, in a way they talk about security, loyalty, trust. It means you have a friend you could rely on who could maybe help you out in a pinch, or a coworker if it's a work-related thing, if it's in the family, somebody who might be able to help you kind of settle down, and make sure that you can get everything done, that might be starting to pile up on you.
Well, if it seems that there are different energies going on here, different people rattling their sabers, maybe you're in the middle of this thing here and it's getting a little bit dicey, maybe somebody you trust, somebody who's loyal to you, will help you kind of stand in place and shelter or firm yourself, like maybe your tendency will be to want to flee, and it won't really help because you don't have that mobility for some reason in this situation, or you can't easily leave this behind. They'll kind of give you, some amount of support to hold you there. I think hold you in place and buttress you a little bit, perhaps. Hope so.
There is stability here. So I think what it's saying is, don't take on too much. Be stable and secure. Be loyal to yourself in that way too,
That's a good point.
Maybe this isn't an outside person. This is just saying be your own best friend here, and recognize the fact that you can only do so much for others, who might be pressing you for too much of your time and energy. So that's what we have for you, Sally. Good luck with that. I can't reach over, Sonny. Can put in the bags by you anyway.
I was hearing about somebody who had a newborn, and somebody who came to visit her insisted.
I told you the story.
Oh, you told me the story. I think I read it somewhere too. But
okay.
And then they had to let this person hold their newborn child, and they both caught COVID from that person who said, "Oh, I think it's just an allergy."
Yeah, and went to the hospital to see the newborn, and held the newborn and gave COVID to a 5-day-old. Well, it wasn't 5 days at the time, but now at 5 days old has COVID. It's such an insidious thing, though, that people are fooled by it. And that's why, if anything unusual symptoms come along, you should test yourself. So,
Okay, Susie's up, and Violet has wrote her question in. So I'm going to spin the wheel for Susie, see if she's the lucky person.
what does the Cancer think and feel about the Capricorn? Okay.
And not really. We got the World or the Magician. Or Judgment, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's Judgment. And actually, I think it's Judgment. It's
Okay.
just over the side there. Yep.
So no free reading.
All right.
I know.
I'm gonna spin the wheel with a little less oomph next time. Let's see if that helps. All right, so what does the Cancer think of the Capricorn? Well, that should be a pretty good combination. Am I right or wrong? Cancer and Capricorn.
It should be.
Yeah.
That would be a good complication. That's like mom and dad.
Ah,
Right?
yeah. It's true, Violet. And it might have, maybe
If the child was 5 days, were they home maybe?
that's when she came down with the COVID.
Ah.
So see if you backtrack it, yeah.
It all adds up.
Are you gonna go check on Bunny?
I feel like I should. I'm just going to peek a little bit. I don't want her to see me and freak out.
Just a quick peek, Mr. O. No?
No, she's not there. I don't know if she moved him.
You don't see him anymore? She couldn't.
sure because that fuzzy.
Well, she could not have moved them that fast. We'll check after the show. All right. And gosh, it's that time of month already. We'll be doing a monthly modality message soon. Oh, goodness. As the sun exits Leo and enters the sign of Virgo next week. So expect a monthly modality message soon.
Sorry, I left you holding the bag.
That's okay. Are you going to pick them up?
Oh. We're nearly like you. We're pretty slow to do a lot of things without our masks.
Well, we do go to stores. I just try to go at off
We
times
wear masks.
or quick in and outs, and I'm always wearing a mask. Yeah. But we do pretty well. I mean, I have to admit, one time I spent a little time in a bookstore, but I went when it was early and there weren't a lot of people there.
Sorry.
I had to buy a gift for someone.
I'm sorry, Susie, for taking so long. I'm so worried about the bunnies, though. Okay, the Eight of Cups. The King of Coins. That one's reversed. The first was upright. And then the reversed Four of Cups. So you said, what does the moon, the Cancer think and feel about the Capricorn? Well, it's interesting because they're mostly cups. There's one set of coins. So there's some emotional feel between them. Because of the 8 and the 4 being kind of octaves of each other, or one's the octave of the other and one's reversed, I do feel that there's a push-pull situation going here. Like maybe somebody wants somebody to embrace movement of a certain sort, but maybe somebody says, no, I guess that is moving in that direction too. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I misread that one. It does feel like maybe somebody wants movement towards something, and I'm wondering if maybe the idea about where they sit with prosperity, materialism, so are they thinking they want them to move away from being less material, prosperity minded, or do they want them to move more towards that idea about being less of that and more spiritual perhaps, or more emotional? It's kind of interesting because coins represent the material element, but cups represent the more emotional element.
So what does the Cancer feel, right, was the main
Right.
question. So I feel here that the Cancer may want something more out of this relationship, or maybe, or wants us to develop into something more. They want something higher, they want something more. They feel like this is a really positive opportunity for them in this life, meeting this person one way or another. And I feel here that maybe this is talking about the Cancer, the Capricorn, right? What does the Cancer feel about the Capricorn? This might be feel that they might feel that they're just not getting it, that they're not understanding that they really want this to be something more than what it is, or to develop or to deepen the connection in some way.
I hadn't really thought about that, but it does make a lot of sense. You're doing a lot better than I am
Oh,
today.
thank you. It's kind of the way I looked at it with that, with that pentacle in the middle like that. I felt they're just not getting it. And maybe that's what the Cancer's feeling. Why don't you see this? Well, maybe the Cancer has to be a little bit more demonstrative about it,
And of course, could always be that kind of thing about a Cancer personality, that they're not always very demonstrative. Some Cancers, they're a little bit.
Well, see, what does the Cancer feel about the Capricorn? The Cancer wants more and feels the Capricorn might be not getting the message. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. I just wanted to make that clear. That's sort of what I'm thinking. All right, let's look at the Lenormand on this and see if we see where this is going. You go first.
Mm-hmm. Kind of interesting.
Again. Well.
So I drew the whip. And you drew the mice.
Well, I wonder if some things are going to come to a head soon. Because to me, looking at the mice and the whip here could indicate that there could be some arguments or some disagreements that could rise up kind of quickly. The whip is something about fast movement and aggressive action, and that could cause some stress or difficulties. So I feel like there could be some disagreements coming soon. I don't know if if you can relate to this, Susie, but that's sort of what I'm seeing here is be wary of acting. And maybe the other question here, the thing is here is maybe this is a message for the Cancer to be wary of trying to move too quickly because it could cause problems.
I have to agree with that. I sort of feel like, although I don't understand the nature of what these cards could actually mean, it feels like something is moving to a breaking point, perhaps a mild breaking point where somebody says something has to be done. I'm too annoyed, and they're going to want to have fast action, which probably isn't, they might hurt or sting a little bit when they're trying to lay it all out. So.
Well, we were at our event for hours in a store in an environment and wore our masks and we were fine. So, I feel comfortable staying some places and I'm okay with that as long as I protect myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of the way it's just got to be for a while, I guess. That's what we have for you, Susie. I hope some of this resonated or made sense. And good luck with that. So is Wanistan still here?
Yes, we finished your question. You're a couple people back, Lena. Do you know how many people?
I'm looking. 1, 2, 3. You're the fourth person back. We just did Susie, and then Sally, and then Gina. Gina was right after you, Lena. So you are between Title Tarot and Gina. let's give Juan Stan a few moments and see if they're still here. And
What didn't you cover? And when are we going to do our modality? We're like,
I
we probably
know.
are behind.
What?
On,
What? It's the 22nd, by the way.
oh, thank goodness.
So don't panic yet. But
Well, I
it
heard
is
you
next
mention.
week.
I thought, like, are we even on
Well,
board
but
for
it's
any of
next
that?
week, so you know.
Yeah. On Sunday is Banshee's Materials Matters. We hope you watch that. Good financial information for the week. Wednesday we have Goth Tarot. This is my look into the shadow side. And like I mentioned before, my emotional exchanges is on tomorrow morning. And that's good emotional relationship kind of information.
Calling again for Juan Stan. Perhaps they have left. Let's give them just a moment more.
I'm going to need to get a Kleenex. My nose is running.
All right. Let's move on to the next person on the list.
Which is Kara.
And it's Kara. That's fine. I see them. I'll try to. Yep, hidden message. Do you need to know? I've got it written down too, so I'll have it. In my bad writing. Yuck. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, Kara. Sunny awakes your question. The answer cat is in. Yeah, it does look darker today.
I don't have the overhead on.
Oh, that's it. Okay. That's what's going on. This week. Okay, well, let's see. My deck, right?
If you have that Kahlua, I think the spirits want you to mix it with some milk.
The spirits. Which spirits do we speak of?
Is it my deck? No, it's yours.
And Kara, of course, had a free reading, so we're not spinning for Kara.
No, 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 no.
Okay. Oh God, Kahlua and chocolate ice cream. I do like Kahlua.
Oops, sorry, Sonny.
Kahlua with mint chocolate chip ice cream. Yes.
Please stop.
I'm just moving you from my computer. Quit messing with it.
Sonny, you have such an unusual face sometimes.
Well, Spirit has the High Priestess reversed. Ah, and here comes the Five of Pentacles again, but the Five of Pentacles is reversed. Gina had it upright in her reading. And then there's the Three of Pentacles reversed. Gee, Kara.
Uh-oh.
Well, the Five of Pentacles is not bad when it's reversed. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world,
True.
but But it's with these other reversals, so I have to kind of think about it here. And I'm wondering if you're just having a hard time trying to put yourself, trying to find a group of people that you can really resonate with. I don't know, I'm going out on a limb on this one, Kara, but it feels as though there may be problems with people you either want to collaborate with, communicate with, or just, be a tribe with. Like, you're finding a hard time finding that. And I feel here that, perhaps you have been, you have maybe have not had your shields up, I'm just going to say this, and may have from time to time invited in some rather unsavory characters to the mix. Oh, I'm thinking about what you posted about today about, what was it? Charlie Sheen. Somebody was impersonating Charlie Sheen. So, it's like, don't sweat it. There is a place for you. There is a tribe for you. When the Five of Pentacles is reversed, it's saying things will turn around. But this week, you may just not be, connecting with the right kind of people. Except for us, of course, right? President company excluded.
I wasn't going to start off this way, but it is kind of interesting. As I listened to you and I looked at those cards, I thought, yeah, there's something here about people.
Yeah.
And like maybe, some people just are not elevating at all. That's what you're finding, I think, because of the High Priestess reversed is combining with these other cards. There's nothing elevating there, even though you might feel you've gained something from knowing them. It's moved you in a certain direction. That's the Five of Pentacles. You sort of feel that. But you should just keep moving in that direction, especially if those people aren't going in that direction too.
Let's see here. Let's see what the Lenormand can say to that. So don't be discouraged. It's just one of those weeks, Yeah,
it doesn't seem like it's a big trend.
There are definitely a few people and some of our followers on Twitter that I'm really having some hesitation about that followed in recent times, very recent times. Here.
Oh, you're done?
Yep.
Lilies. Ring.
Commit to finding virtuous people. Mature people. People who, are deserving of evolved people. What?
Evolving.
Yeah. And people who are deserving of your time and energy. You need to make a commitment to evolve beyond, some of the, people who just don't either. It's not necessarily that they don't have your best interests at heart, but they're really hard to either work with or communicate with, or there's just something not right. You don't feel like you fit in with them.
I'm almost wondering if maybe this is somebody more specific that you may have, come across recently. And it may be that they haven't shared all of their nature with you. And that could be represented also by some of these reverse cards up there, especially the High Priestess. It could be somebody who has a deception thing there too. So this may be saying just more or less commit to finding those better people, especially because of maybe one particular situation or person happening right now. So put out your feelers there. If it smells like BS, it probably is.
Yep. There you go. That's what we have for you, Kara. Good luck with that.
All right. Thanks, Kara.
And congrats on the reading. We're so glad you liked it. So Libra wanted to know the hidden message she needs to know.
And you're saying I spin the wheel again. Didn't I spin it last time? I don't remember. Did you spin it in the very last time? Kara didn't get
No,
one.
I think you got the judgment thing. You did.
Okay, well, she has ordered that I spin it.
What?
So you can't do it.
All right, well, give it a
rest.
Give it a spin. Go on.
It was Banshee. She just said so. Okay.
I'm waiting for you to spin.
No, it was Banshee.
Oh, thanks, Violet.
Even though she previously said Mr. O. Camera. Okay. You think I want you to see that?
Libra cusp. You are a winner.
You won? Well, there was no camera there, so yeah, I guess you won.
It's right on the wheel of fortune.
I didn't see it spin.
What? Libra. We're going to have to do something about him. But anyway, congratulations.
Congratulations,
Now, this
Libra.
is going to be a Lenormand reading, but you could still ask whatever question you want. It can be general. It can be... But we will be in touch with you to talk about it. Do you want to tell them how to contact us?
Yeah, can you just drop us a line at our Gmail? It's TFT Tarot for Today at Gmail. I'm going to type it in right now, and of course, whenever we see you, we'll tell you that.
Yes way, Libra.
Yeah, that's awesome, Libra.
Did you shuffle? You did not. No,
I haven't.
I know, I shuffled. I put him there for you.
I thought we used that deck last time.
Then I'm wrong. He's supposed to pick a deck.
I know. What are you doing to me? Nothing good.
We're nearing the bottoms of our list, and that's where we get one.
The bottoms of my patience. Okay, we're back to the Tarot of Transition for Libra, who wants to know about the hidden message. Can you say that again? What was that?
What hidden message do they need to know?
All right.
Very
Okay,
simple.
thank you. I have what's
Easy peasy.
as easy as spinning the wheel for me.
So the Wheel of Fortune does come out once in a while, see?
Well, Libra's our third winner. Gina, Kara, Libra. Is there something else?
Fourth.
Oh, a Sal. Right.
Yep, fourth.
And of course, we still haven't gotten confirmed with the Sal. We'll
Well,
have to figure
some
that
people,
out.
maybe they don't want the reading, so it's up to them.
Say it's not true, Sal. You're very welcome. So yeah, we will do the reading. We will make it available as a unlisted private video on YouTube for you. We'll also include a snapshot of all the cards or tiles in the layout. And of course, you'll have our interpretation. So happy third anniversary for us means good things for everyone else. Well, almost everyone else. Okay, what is hidden that you need to know? Two of coins, upright. Four of staves or wands,
Wow.
upright. And the three of swords, upright.
What?
So that was a little wrench.
I'll say. Well, do you want to go first?
Sure. What is hidden that you need to know?
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple things. And are you hiding them from yourself, or do you not know? But something maybe is hurting a lot or is bound to hurt a lot. Maybe this is something that's hidden from you. Maybe it's something that will really break your heart. Is it connected to the home? The funny thing about this is, of course, this is a card usually of happiness. So when you put the two together, you're kind of wondering what's going on there. So I'm wondering if maybe, somebody is leaving your home. Is a child old enough to move away, or somebody else there that might do that? I don't know. But I feel it causes a certain flow in the balance right now of things, that maybe because these things are going on and you don't know them, they're going to cause, more balance issues once you finally start to realize them.
Well, this is such a tough call here, because I hate to give the Three of Swords so much weight in this, but I wonder here, Libra, if it is saying that there, maybe what's hidden from you is this fact that, you put on this good facade of balance, and that everything is okay, everything is fine, I've got it all together, I'm really good, things are happy joy. But deep down, and this is maybe what's hidden from you, there is something that is still troubling or hurting you that you need to address. Despite the outward appearances you may be showing to others, there is something gnawing at you still that you need to heal. Just don't know. I'm feeling that way.
Well, when you ask a question like that, I guess you sort of have a sense that, there is something maybe that is troubling and you haven't figured it out yet.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's interesting again. Now, Mr. O just mentioned offhandedly about somebody moving, and we get a lady, and then we get movement. We get the rider.
So is it yourself? Are you thinking, what...
Are you yourself thinking of moving or leaving? Or maybe what's hurting you is that there is some move or something that you have to make, and you may feel that it's going to be upsetting. Maybe it upsets you in some ways to do that because of this situation here.
Right. It separates you from a happier situation that's shown by those other two cards, especially the idea of your home life maybe being challenged. The Four of Wands, the foundation, is being challenged maybe by something that separates you or others in that. And it, of course, the Two of Coins is about the balance that's at stake there. And it's sort of showing that maybe things will hold, but, the Three of Swords speaks for itself.
Well, and so if I had to go back to what I said before about what you're showing the world and that there's this sorrow that needs to be addressed, then what these might be saying is it's time for you to make a move on this. Let it go once and for all. Try to find a way to resolve it for yourself, or if it involves another, try to make peace so that you, or whatever the case may be, so that you can move on. And that's what we have for you. I hope some of that resonated with you, Libra. And congratulations! We hope to be in touch soon. Do contact us. And if you're on Twitter, you could always DM us too. You could DM me on Twitter, and we could get you that way too.
All right, so is Divine here?
Well, Anthony was on the list too, so if Anthony shows up again, let's not forget him. But Divine,
right.
you are next.
And there's their question.
It's excellent. I like that attitude, Divine. And is it your turn to spin?
No, I just used mine. Oh, the spin.
Yes.
Yes, sorry. So we're spinning for your chance at a free reading. Judgment.
Judgment. right. All right.
Well, no, it's not. That's not part of the reading, Divine. Do you want to explain?
Oh, let me see.
Well, that may be true.
Well, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get.
No, judgment was on the wheel, and this was just for a chance.
I'm sorry, Divine. This was just for a chance to win a free reading. It's not part of the divination. I sometimes say something silly about it, but it's not part of the divination. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords reversed.
That's been
Holy cow, though. Divine. We got Judgment.
We got Judgment.
We got Judgment in your reading.
Are you psychic too?
That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, and then we got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. All right. Well, I know you think you're doing well, and you probably are. But, people will think what people think, right? And I do feel here there might be a harsh critic out there. There might be somebody who is not looking at everything or seeing the light, seeing what you really bring to the company and the situation. And maybe, you shouldn't be afraid to, be more demonstrative about that.
Well, it also may be, too, that really you can take the time to please yourself in terms of this business and what you do there. The Knight of Swords may indicate that maybe somebody might feel, you're overly aggressive. And, of course, women get that just by being as aggressive as men.
Maybe.
Can you explain the question to me again?
Well, it's just what do they think of how's the new team, and how are they seeing Divine's work?
So
are they thinking more of me? I think
Judgment's good in this sense.
Judgment is good in this sense, but I feel here that this may not be qualities in what they're seeing in you. I feel, because you asked how are they feeling about you, and I feel like there's a critic among them. It's possible it could be jealousy, Divine. If you're doing that good, sometimes people take a harder edge, or they look for something that they could pick fault with. And that's how I feel about this card.
So in that context, maybe this could be saying that person too, or in a Gestalt feeling, that somebody feels like maybe you have placed yourself as more important on some respects.
But I feel as far as the team is going and your part in the team, that's the card I think that holds key
the overall opinion is good.
The overall opinion is good. Like the team almost feels like revitalized in some way, rejuvenated. There's a positive reawakening going on here, amongst the members of the team, and you play a role in that. So I think that that's all good stuff. And there's always something, when you're working with people. Oh, it's on you.
So the first Lenormand is the key, which is always good, but the second one's even better because it's the sun.
Success, joy, illumination. I feel here that regardless of what people, even if there's a naysayer among them, the key is that this is a very successful team. This is a very successful combination, and they feel you bring success to the team.
being successful with the team on your own is the key to this feeling, is the key to your success there, that they see that. And maybe I've been off a little bit about this. I mean, maybe this card says that really you are devoted to the company. There may be somebody who doesn't understand that exactly, but this is sort of a more selfless sense than I might have indicated. The only one that maybe looks a little bit contrary is that Knight of Swords reversed.
Right.
Again, though, this could be something they apply to you, that because you admitted that you are an aggressive, team member. So this could all be saying that they have these feelings, but it doesn't mean that they feel like those are impediments to you, because the bottom line is that you bring success to them, and that's the key to how they feel about you, is that you're a success bringer.
It's really like in the tarot, in this sense, Divine, with the sun. It really makes, it just brings a lot of positive energy to even the bad cards here. So what I'm saying is, this is probably very transitory feelings, Somebody might be jealous, somebody might have a few bad days and look at you the wrong way, or maybe they have a day where they're a little bit harsh or hypercritical. But overall, I think this is very positive. And the sun just brings out that everything is going to be A-okay. And that's what we have for you. That was a really great ending there.
Yeah.
I was surprised to see that. That was good. Good luck with that, Divine.
Good luck, Divine.
I think we are on Angel Rivera. Well,
it's happening to me. I don't know if it's going to affect you.
Oh.
It's the cable. Well, I mean, it's
We
connection.
might-
It's not going to go down.
No.
No, it's minor.
Okay.
But I didn't
Well,
know
I
what
want
happened
to
with
warn
the Ethernet.
people, if we go down before we get to the last readings, we'll come back.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it anyway, because we still are having some downtime.
You are getting lagging. Okay, this time it is us.
Yeah. So just be aware, we will come back. We've only got a few readings left.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Divine. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, because the 3 or 4 previous times we've used just the Ethernet, we had 0.
But we've had some cable downtime lately when we've just been on the internet, which makes me wonder. So just hang on there and know we will come back.
There's Angel.
A look at the week ahead. Absolutely. Your deck
Okay, I'm going to use the Tarot of the Ancestral Path.
is my spin.
And you can spin.
Ah, we got the moon.
To the moon.
And I guess I was in a generous mood because I spun for people. Usually when we get a winner, we stop for the day. But I spin for everybody.
I wasn't going to say anything. But I noticed that. So yeah, our lagging's picking up, and it must be our local actual internet. Well, I'm not on a Wi-Fi connection, so I don't think it's Wi-Fi acting up. I hope it holds on. It's kind of
Well, we're
slight
getting
concern.
there. And like I said, 2 readings will be done, Mr. O. All right. Okay. Let's see what we've got, Angel. I hope it's good. Okay, well, it's the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Is this the page, I believe?
What's
The
it?
Princess of Swords is upright. And that's the 7 of Wands, right? 7 of Wands is reversed.
Yes.
Well, Angel, it's the start of the new semester and everything's chaos. You may feel like you might not have You know, you may not be prepared in some way for some of the things happening. There's going to be a lot of things trying to grab your attention, trying to grab you in different directions. The Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords, which is the page, might be indicating a lot of communicating is going to go on. You know, there's just going to be a lot of questions, lots of things happening for you right away there. So I think you just got to loosen up a little bit and go with the flow. That's the Four of Pentacles reversed, and I just feel that loosen up a little bit and just don't, just try to be flexible.
There's a bit of chaos going on, and I don't know if that's related to, your situation. And you may feel you don't really have position, or you don't have support for your position, or in general, just the chaos makes you feel like things are buffering around. But what you do have
you said?
What you do have is grace and dexterity and tact. And so these may help you at least present the image you need when everything is a little bit chaotic. Because, also too, that 4 says that maybe this will involve mostly give, not take on your part, that you will have to be somewhat flexible, especially in the face of the fact that nobody's really supporting you. So you may have to be flexible and just try to be as diplomatic about everything as possible.
Yeah, I feel that's right. But I feel like the 7 is all these different competing things trying to get your attention or trying to knock you off your game. And, it's just going to be a busy time of communicating with others. Just be sure you're flexible enough to maintain the status quo or to go with the flow. Grace and dexterity, yes. You're going to be busy. You're going to be busy communicating, because look what you got. You got the birds.
The birds.
Talk about communication.
Or else it's all for the birds.
And then you have the fox, which is about working employees. It's going to be a lot of intercommunications with your fellow staff and maybe faculty, etc. You're beyond campus. There's just a lot of communicating going on. And hey, Angel, perhaps a little gossip too.
I think those factors in the Lenormand sort of describe the sense of the chaos or the shifting sands of your situation. Because, a lot of times we say, oh, flirt, flirt, flirt. But some flirts are really just more about being coy, vague, or gossipy, as you say. And the idea that it's combining with that is just the sense of maybe somebody who's just maybe a little clever and playful and disforming along the way, even without necessarily meaning to do something bad.
Don't forget that the fox is about employment and employees.
Yeah, I think it is about your work thing.
Not necessarily flirtation, but I love what you said about being crafty, being smart, being sly. So also apply that along with the diplomacy and the tact that he speaks of with the Princess of Swords, in your communications with others. Be wary of gossip and kind of talk like that, because it may not suit you well, or just be careful how you handle information like that.
No, I wasn't going to say anything like I didn't think it was like overly dramatic, but now I'm wondering a little bit, and I don't know if you've ever heard of this. There's a book, it's a small pamphlet, it's sort of like a study guide thing. It's called Antagonist in the Church.
Oh, geez.
And it talks about how different personality types undermine group structures by maybe doing disinformation or pretending that they're more on your side than they end up being. There's actually a couple different versions. It can relate a lot to workplaces, universities, the whole bit.
So that's what we have for you, Angel. Hey, good luck with the start of the new semester.
All right.
And Violet is up. I don't think Anthony's here.
No, Anthony probably ran off to California night.
So let's move on to Violet's
reading. We wish we
reading.
could be with him. Okay. You're welcome, Angel.
Hey, you're welcome, Angel. Good luck. It's a blurred, vivid dream about an airport and an
You mean it's
airplane.
flying backwards, like, you know, the pilot's at the back of the flight, it's going that way? No, you don't mean that.
It's going in the wrong direction. You mean just the wrong destination, the wrong direction? Or like he said, is it flying backwards?
I don't think planes can do that.
Well, in a dream, anything is possible. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh.
Got it.
So, you know, to me, a lot of that sounds like really impressions from national things, too. I mean, it sort of sounds like, you know, there is some mysterious craft that's flying around and nobody can figure out where it's at and what it's doing.
Oh, that's awesome, Angel. That sounds great. Well, I hope you have fun there. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So we won't be seeing you Sunday. You'll be busy. All right.
Tell them to support our web.
All right. All right.
Well, good-
Let's see what
good
we
luck.
get, Violet. Is it my deck? Yes.
Yes.
All
But I
right.
spin, right? No, you spin.
Violet doesn't get a spin.
Violet doesn't get a spin.
Violet does not get a spin because
Because we're in the spin cycle with Violet.
she's got an open ticket with us being our
I know.
moderator.
Yeah, see, that's when you described that too. I thought this sounds like it's bigger than individual people. Like it sounds like it's something big. You know, I mean, what could an airplane that nobody? It sounds like a real bad thriller movie. You know, like Airplane 2022.
Well, I hope you have a great time, Angel Rivera. It sounds great. Awesome. All right.
Interesting, Violet. Very interesting. All right, so let's see what we can determine here. So we have the King of Pentacles reversed. Oh, bad cards, bad cards. King of Pentacles reversed. Four of Wands upright. It's got unicorns. And then the Ten of Pentacles upright. So security, Ten of Pentacles, security. Four of Wands is really about happiness. And so if when you combine them, it's that idea of structure, foundation.
What's that again?
But the first card is the King of Pentacles reversed. And that could be interpreted as something that's out of control or something that is not following decent managerial protocols in terms of business or running a business or structure.
Right. I wonder if there is a deeper message to this dream, if it has anything to do with, you know, something more, I hate to say not politics per se, but something more social, something more in the regular world, that this is bigger than just your life, perhaps, this dream. And it's talking about, you know, this idea of the security of foundations, foundational structures, and how there is some loss of control there. Some, it just seems as though things are, I wonder if
It does seem like it's really has very large implications.
I wonder if it means somebody makes a mistake or a miscalculation that could just be costly in some way.
You said something really important a moment ago. You were talking about systems and foundations.
Yes.
And we're at a point now where maybe a part of our country no longer believes in systems. They believe in scrapping everything and just letting it, whatever happen, happen. And then there's another part of the country that does believe in the systems, but maybe is not as good at keeping them going in the right way. I mean, systems has multiple...
Right. Well, what I'm also thinking, though, and I want to get the Lenormand on this and just see if it's positive or negative before I say what I'm thinking right now.
Ooh.
So let's do that.
He noticed when I did that. He looked at me like,
It's like, what's your problem?
it's dark outside, I hope.
leave the bunny till after the
I
show.
will. I'm just worried. This one almost jumped into my hands.
What is it?
The garden.
Well, it's rather neutral.
The child.
But I have to say, I wonder if this has something to do with the start of the school semester for children. I know you homeschool your child, right? So this wouldn't affect you. And that's why I'm wondering again if it's more in the social sphere, because guess what? The garden is here. And the garden talks about the whole social environment, you know?
Are you thinking
Right?
what I'm thinking?
What?
Well, I thought when those pulled, I thought this is saying that we have to reestablish a proper social sphere, a public sphere, the public grounds. And we'll only be able to do that
One step at a
once
time?
slowly. It's going to be child's progress.
I
child
like
steps.
that, but I'm also going to throw out there.
Yeah, it's society, the public sphere.
But I'm
the
also
buildings.
going to throw out there as Sunny. I'm also going to throw out there as a possibility that this could have something to do with some social ramifications regarding children going back to school. And what I'm thinking here is, remember, protocols are changing now with COVID and all of that stuff. And so, is this the right moves? Are we making the right decisions here? Could it indicate something else about school safety and security at schools? Now, I'm not saying there's going to be anything like a really bad event, but, you know, it could just be the threat of that or something else that comes up. And let's talk about something else that's going on, we know, with schools. There's a lot of censorship. There's a lot of changing of what people are willing to teach children and not. So I think, you know, maybe your dream might have more societal implications to it. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling here. What do you feel?
Well, I think I told you what I feel. That I think that
Well, I'm asking Violet, too.
Oh, we have to regain the public sphere, and that it may, you know, the commons discourse.
Oh, she doesn't feel that. Okay. Oh, you agree with that. Okay.
Well, so you don't think it's as much about schools. I think that some of these things, though, it's because the schools are systems too, and schools are abandoning systems where they knew or they used to know how to handle childhood diseases, measles. People had to get, you know, shots for these things and show them. When did we start going crazy with this idea that vaccines? Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah, we'll stop. But I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe, you know, let's just see how things play out. I'd be curious to see if there is anything noteworthy that comes up in the start of the school year with this, or other institutions and things that are crumbling right now, you know? It's hard to say.
Sorry.
There's just so much going on right now. There really is. So it's interesting you folks, I had a plane, you know, that they lost track of. Somehow I'm just thinking there's just a lot of holes in our, you know, our infrastructure and in the way we do things, etc. And so it could be anything. But I like what I will end with this, Violet, because I know I want to get off the air. We've been buffering and stuff.
Yeah, we are buffering.
But I wanted to just add that I feel that Mr. O could be right here, and that maybe those two Lenormand are about taking it slow. It's going to be slow for society to make the changes they need to right everything again. But that's what we've got. All right. All right, well, good luck with that, and thanks, everyone. It was a great show. We had a great time. I hope you did, too.
Libra, if you're still around, I have received your email, so we know how to get back to you. We'll do this in a day or so, and then we'll send it to you in the email.
We'll send you the link and pictures in the email of the spread and stuff that we did for you.
Yes.
So, all right, we'll be talking to you soon. And thanks, everybody, and we will see you, hopefully, at happy hour. At any rate, hope to see you soon. Take care. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.